Welcome to the live chat. Of course, I'm not going to be here long. However, what I wanted to talk about was the young lady that was a content creator, well, is a content creator on TikTok. I believe her name is Tea Time or something like that, TYME, Tea Time. And she does a lot of live creating. I can remember I had subscribed to her when she used to read these stories that people used to send her. She used to read these stories, and I loved them. And I don't know who can go back that far with her, but there have been some years if you actually, be on TikTok. So, an incident happened, and I don't want to sound not sympathetic, empathetic. I have all of that for both families. Of course, I hate that, around this time losing someone, by losing someone by accident, because that's what it is. The accident is horrible, you know. I do want to speak on a lot of content creators are making videos, and it seems like they just being judgmental. You know, they don't look at themselves as being a lesson for them. It's a lesson for us. It's just somebody actually that we watched had to go through this lesson for all of us. In that point is saying put your phone down. We all have been one that picks up that phone and not probably live stream, however, yeah, live stream. Because all of us do it. All of us. We need to put the phone down. Now, they are telling the whole story of how they heard it. They keep saying it'll be the littlest details for me. Hi, everybody. It'd be the littlest details. Like, I hear people say she had kids in the back seat. How you know those kids was in the back seat? It's just that she had kids in the car. And then they'll say her kids. Then I heard her grandkids. Like, get y'all informations and y'all facts together. Because she never even came out here to tell the story what happened. We know that she was live streaming and she hit something. And I don't know if she said she hit somebody or what. However, it went off from there. She have not been back on, but to let everybody know that her mind is not there to be able to get on live. She have never came out here and said this is what happened. We just actually assume from that one little clip if that's what happened. I hate this for either family. It is so bad. But we need to get out there and give both the family hope. Like, what can we do as supporters of even that tea time creator? What can we do to help this family? Because I'm sure that this wasn't on purpose. What can we do to help this family at this time that they just lost a loved one around major holidays like this? Nobody is asking that question. Nobody is saying that. Everybody is saying, "Oh, you going to jail. You go." Like, what satisfaction are you getting out of that? What satisfaction are you getting out of someone else's pain? Because it could have been either one of us, or on both ends. It's just the way we think. The way we think just be so toxic, and you would say, you'd be the first one that says, "Oh, I just want peace," and but you so judgmental, and it's not in a good way, because you could judge in a good way, but this right here is not in a good way. Oh, she going to jail, she going to jail, she had her kids in the back seat. Like, shut up. Shut up. How you know her kids was in the back seat? i'm talking about I'm talking about Tea Time, the creator on TikTok. From what I hear, she hit someone and unalived them while live streaming on TikTok. That's what happened. And I'm speaking on that. I'm speaking on everybody, all the other creators that I have heard the story from, but her. That's what I'm speaking on. I'm speaking on how people can be so judgmental and in a worse way. I'm speaking on how we should actually go out and try to help this family. Like, nobody said anything about how can we help this family. I don't know if she went to jail. Like, I don't know, because she got on live, um and she said something about her mind wasn't there, she wasn't all together mental, and she didn't want to get on here and basically half step, and she asked for money. She said something about her cash app or something to that effect. Now, this is a clip I heard, but she never came on live and said to her supporters, like, look, I effed up. It's very much so dangerous. It's very much so dangerous. But I was just saying, nobody is perfect. Not saying that take a life and and it was an accident, so excuse her. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that no one is perfect. So everyone have actually picked up that phone while driving. I'm not saying doing going on live. I'm not saying that, but it's definitely a high percent that have done that too. That have went live while driving. You know, and it is. It's. I feel sad for all parties. Like, she have no support. The family really don't have support because no one really knows who this family is. I guess because they haven't put it out there. So it's just like everybody out there just trying to tell this story and saying that sometimes put down the phone. And I agree. Sometimes put that phone down because it's not that important. Right, right. Is it war in order? Right. I agree. And I'm just trying to have an open mind of the whole ordeal, because that could have been me just making the wrong choice at that wrong time. We do that. That could have been me. It could have been someone that we know. Just that fast how it happened. Just that fast. And I'm just saying that how the peoples, how we are as people, we're really not supportive to each other. We're It's very, very much so. um you're going to be supportive of who you want to be supportive to. I understand that. But then you put that as a limitation. You only support what you want to support. So I'm just saying, as people, we are really no good for each other. For real. We will make you feel worse than what you already feeling. You might as well off yourself, because we're going to make you feel that bad about a situation that you haven't even gotten on here and said nothing. And yeah, people are saying, okay, yep, she didn't leave the scene. She called the police. But people are also saying that gives her no reason. And I understand how people feel about the situation, but there's no one out there that's actually helping her, encouraging her to do whatever she needs to do, or try to encourage the family to reach out to the supporters to help, because they did lose someone around the holidays. That's what I want to speak about. That's what this live is for. I just want people to do better. Let's just try to do better. Like, try. Every minute, second, you have an option to change. You have an option to change. And doing better is the best thing to do. Maybe it'll exercise your brain a little more, because doing worse seems like a lot of us, it's our first go to. Negativity is our first go to. We always gonna say something about somebody negative, being negative about the situation. As supporters, and when y'all have content creators that you guys follow, and if you feel they're not doing the right thing, or if you feel that, hey, at that moment, cut it out, say that, because you're supposed to be a supporter. And then you wait until shit happens, and then you sticking your finger to them like, see, I told you. And you really ain't saying nothing, because a lot of you are afraid to reach out to some of these content creators, because not reach out, but tell them when they're wrong, because you want to still gain that support from them. And some, well, not, I'm not going to even say gain support from them, but you still want to be part of something. I'll say that. I'll say that. You want to be part of something. No, no. I was a supporter of Tea Time on TikTok, and I do feel like that she made a mistake. It was an accident, and I do feel like, put the phone down. But I also feel like it's messed up that that girl had to go through something like this to teach everybody that watches her a lesson. And then she's still getting dogged. Nobody is looking at it like that. She have taught somebody something out of her mistake, out her wrong choice that she made at that second. Somebody is learning something from that. That's all I wanted to say, y'all. Just keep your minds open and be good supporters. It don't have to be monetary. Just be good supportive. If you're gonna support somebody, be good with it. Uplift them. Give them life. Try to see the situation in a way that I'm seeing this situation. Try to you know give more uh, help to the needy, of what you guys will call it. It's just that I'm just saying I'll be on different channels between here, Facebook, and TikTok, and I have heard all type of things. But give a little bit more than that negative crap. And don't get me wrong, you guys. I will get into uh my moments, and I will crash the f out. I will crash out to the point that it done drank the heck out of me, and then I have to go recharge, because I am one to give life. I try to. I try to. I want to love everybody. People get on my nerves, people get cussed out, and sometimes I don't talk to people. However, I protect myself, I protect my peace. So therefore, if you have not came in a certain type of way that I have to protect myself from you, you got the world from me. You will get the world from me, because that's who I am. But anyway, it's been 15 minutes. I'm waiting for some water to get delivered because I was too lazy to go to the store and just pick up 2 cases of water. But I just actually set my last bottle of water on the table, and I just didn't feel like getting up today, not going to the store. But anyway, I just wanted to get some more watch hours, everybody, and please subscribe and share. Like I said, I'm just building this channel. Excuse me, I'm just building this channel for for positivity, for actually just being a human being, just growth. That's me, and also, This will be a podcast channel. My best friend and I are getting some things together, and we will introduce ourselves as that podcast show, excuse me, on this channel and other channels. So I'm just building it up, give me some watch time, and just trying to put my name out there. Because on a serious note, we're going to be bringing you guys some topic conversation, very deep and normalized. A lot of things are normalized. So, anyway, I love you guys. Peace out.